Coming up on DNM Cast.
When you go pick up a girl, get out of the car
and open the door.
Go to the door and walk him to your car and open the door.
Yeah.
It's the greatest first impression ever because it shows that you care, it shows that you're nice, shows that you're not shy.
Like that.
It is the great. This is exactly what I'm
It is
talking.
common human nature, like not want other people to do better than you.
Sure.
I think it's a bit of internal selfishness that everyone has.
On the kneeboard, and I'm like, where the fuck have my pants gone?
How'd your onions not cover too?
No.
Welcome back to D&M Cast. This is episode 40 now, end of season 4.
Yeah.
And before we announce some exciting changes and advancements for season 5, just the three of us again to round out your season 4. And we are going over, I guess it's more, I don't know what the title will be for this, but what we're going to try to talk about is getting, I guess, over the fear of starting something new, especially if it's in the public space, and getting over misconceptions, preconceived ideas, and just doing what you want to do. And getting over the fear of people's judgment, I think, is the main one. Then we're also going to Hangxiety. I think that's a most well-performing topic. So,
and I know everyone's just been at pitch recently, so this will help you be feeling much better.
End of summer, end of festival season. I think everyone's had a bit of anxiety in the
Was
last
it what they
3 or 4
call
months.
Silly season?
End of silly season.
End of the silly season.
Anyway, yeah. So we'll get into it. Getting over the fear of people's judgment, or like I guess conquering that. And
it's scary to like care because everyone naturally cares about what other people think about them. So like to get over the fear of judgment is like getting over the fear of what somebody thinks about you. And that's not easy, like especially if you're trying new things, because when you're trying new things, you're vulnerable. And that's where people can, and it's something you probably care about. And that's when someone can say things that probably hurt you. You know, you don't really, like if you don't care about something, you're not really going to care about someone's judgment. But if you do care about someone, you're going to care about what someone thinks about it.
Definitely.
So it's like being able to like get over the fact that you shouldn't care about what they think because it's something that you want to do and it's something that you want to pursue, and it doesn't matter what they want to do or what they're doing because it's something that you want to do, and it doesn't matter what people think about it.
End of the day, whether people admit it or not, every single person has a like hidden passion or something that they want to do that maybe they're a bit too scared that what their friends or family might think. Every single person has one. Like I guarantee, whether you admit it or not, they do. So I think it's how you bring that out of yourself, because like it's gonna fucking suck if like it just sits within you your whole life and it doesn't really get
100%.
discovered or tapped in. So
I reckon if you could give advice for someone to like put yourself out there, it's just like do it. Like we give this podcast 100% at the start and we cop shit. Like you got to expect like the backlash, you know. But yeah, we fall victim into like being scared.
Yeah,
at least to put out content. But I think if you just do it, it'll be like really good in the future run.
I think the first step is supporting other people's like small projects. So I didn't really understand the value of this until we started the podcast. Like before the podcast, I'd see all my friends, like some of them starting record labels, some of them are like starting businesses, and I just like I quietly support them. Like, yeah, that's cool. But then since starting the podcast and seeing how much like an actual comment or like someone publicly expressing their support for you that you know or like don't even know, how much that means to you when you're doing it is it's like second to none. So it's like it's insane the value that provides to you mentally. So
I think that comes with, if you're trying new things, it's so much easier to have supportive people around you.
And I think if you want to try new things, if you want to do something new and get over the fear of judgment, get around other people that you know or don't know that are trying something new as well.
100%.
And then you can almost expect that energy in return. So and that'll also help you get over the fear by saying, all right, it's not going to be so scary because I have XXX, supporting me.
Unfortunately, there is a lot of jealous people out there, and when you try new things, that people can see that it could potentially be something, or it could potentially make you better than them, they're going to try to bring you down to their level with negative opinions. And you got to understand why people have negative things to say. It's because they don't want to see you do well. You know, they if you do well, that makes them feel worse about themselves. So that's why they like come for you. They go, oh no, it's a shit idea to start a podcast, or don't post that, or don't do this. It's just because they fear that you're doing something that they can't. And that's why you shouldn't care about their judgment, because it's only going to hold you back.
Why do people feel like that though?
I think it's human nature.
Yeah.
To be honest, it is common human nature to like not want other people to do better than you.
Sure.
I think it's a bit of internal selfishness that everyone has.
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, I think just and it comes with maturity. And I think a lot of older people that I've kind of spoken to are always on the same page, saying like, who the fuck cares? Like, good on them. Maybe because social media wasn't around back in their day. Like who the fuck cares? At the end of the day, like if they're doing something that makes them happy and they're not hurting anyone, fucking let them be.
Yeah, well, the hardest thing is dealing with those opinions. But how do you guys kind of deal with those opinions? Like, obviously, if anyone's seen anything that I post, I really couldn't care about the opinions that people have. But I think what I do to help, it's like difficult to put yourself out there, but you realize once you put yourself out there, you only gain. You got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tom, you got that quote that you always say, like the plain one, you know, where you lift off.
Perhaps the saddest loss is to live a life on the ground without ever taking off.
Exactly. And I would hate to live a life where I never got to pursue the things that I wanted to pursue.
And it sounds like really cringe, and it sounds like all these bro podcasts, like you only live once. But it's like, we're talking about passions here, and it's like, if you have this burning passion for something that you are too scared to pursue, imagine being like 80 years old, like, and telling your grandkids, oh, I could have done this, but I was just too scared of what someone's going to say on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you sound like a fucking idiot. Like,
bro,
come on.
Gary 123 said my music was shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like honestly, if you're like, can get to like 80 years old and be able to tell your grandkids, yeah, I had this idea, but I was too scared about what some burner account on the internet was going to say to me. Like, fucking seriously, like end of the day, it's not going to matter in a year. It's not going to matter in 50 years. So it's like, if you want to do something, fucking do it. People are going to talk no matter what you do. So let them talk. It's like,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's not easy, but you got to realize the realization is everybody's going to die and no one's going to remember what you did. That's
simple life. Like.
That's a simple life. And if you like have that mentality, then nothing can stop you. And you shouldn't let anything stop you in the first place. Yeah. But everyone is going to die eventually. Like, it's inevitable. And it's like a sad and like the hardest realization. But what you do is what you want to do and no one can change that. Stop worrying and stop caring about what other people do and just do it. You know, do the things that you want to do, and you'll find that if you put yourself out there, so many good things will come. And you may struggle from so many different issues, and that may come from not doing what you want to do. If you're living a job that you don't want to do and you're not happy with that, then change it.
Do you think like because someone like might want to start something new, they might not know how to actually like put it out there? And that may be a fear on like how to actually promote it, you know?
Of course. But that's where you learn, and that's where you trial, and that's where you experiment.
Yeah, I think that it comes to self-education before or during your quest to put it out there, I think. You know, no one's like born good at like marketing. Like no one's really, it's all like acquired skills, whether it's self-education or formal education. Recommend self-education on that as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking learn so much more off like the internet than a 3-year marketing degree, in my opinion. Yeah, just definitely another barrier for you that you don't know how to do it, and just learn how to do it, because that's the easiest part.
100%.
The hardest part's actually like starting.
Do you boys find that like when someone like says to you questions about the podcast rather than asking you, oh, how much do you make, is like a huge difference? Because I have a lot of people that come up to me and be like, how much money do you make from this podcast? Are you making money? Like, do you have to pay your guests and all that? It's just like why do you care? Like the people that
well, it's like, I think from asking from the
outside point of view,
the core of them not wanting you to do better than them financially.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, fuck, like they're recording an hour worth of podcasts a week. There's no way they can make more money than me. Like, oh, I work so hard.
Do you reckon that's how people look at like
yeah,
things?
exactly. Everything. I think everyone looks at everything financially first. Is how much everyone idolizes money. And by people coming up to you and saying how much you make from the podcast, it's like, I work 40 hours a week full time. I make this much. Like they record an hour a week. It's bullshit if they make more. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like people can think what they want. It's anyway. Fuck. Anyway. I think it does come down to the fear of them, or fear of like you doing better than them financially.
Yeah, I feel like if people like say that and all that, they're the people that you kind of like want to avoid.
Yeah.
And surround yourself with different people.
Yeah.
There's just like one thing that recently that I've been working on is when you say you're going to do something to someone, you get the same endorphins as if you've actually done it. So if I said to you, oh, I'm going to run 10 kilometers this morning, you go, I get the same endorphins from telling you as if I've already completed the 10 kilometers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So something that I work on is just doing it, and then they can see. Not talking about it, not saying I'm going to do this, not saying I'm going to do that. I just do it, and they can watch.
Yeah. Work in silence at the results show. That's
exactly. And that's something that's helped me. It's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to post this, and you can just see. I'm not going to say I'm going to do this. I'm not going to say I'm going to make 100 vlogs. I'm not going to say I'm going to make this much money. I'm not going to say I'm just going to do and put the plans in place, and everyone can watch.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we can go to the next segment, obviously talking about judgment and fear of judgment. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit judged after your pitch weekend or your festival season or your silly season. So we're here to help guide you to make yourself feel a little bit better about your weekend or what you chose to do. And obviously in Australian culture and festivity culture, there's so many different things that obviously it takes a little bit to recover from. I'm not saying do it, but I know people do, and I know how people are. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you do whatever you want to do. But I think if you're doing those things, it's very important once you get home is to look after yourself. Like, if you're feeling horrible, make sure you get your sleep, get your nutrition right, and make sure that you're like reconnecting with yourself as a person so you don't feel lost and you can go back to trying to achieve goals that you want to achieve. You know, there's nothing wrong with having fun with your friends and partying and like having a release. You know, you need to enjoy those moments and don't regret that you enjoyed those moments with your friends.
How do you think pitch people are feeling now?
I feel that they're probably feeling horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck, my bad. Yeah, and it just like, it is the end of the silly season. And and we're going to the winter
That's what they call it, the silly season.
I think anxiety levels have definitely peaked and on the way back down, but it does mean everyone listening has probably felt a bit of anxiety over the last 3 months. So and yeah, we have talked about this before. But
Hangxiety Vol 2, let's go.
But yeah, I think it's just accepting it, and I said it before. I don't know if we made it, but like embracing that it is you at the end of the day making these decisions, whether under the influence or not. Like, drunk words can be sober thoughts.
Do you believe in that though?
Yeah, I think so.
You reckon?
Well, I don't think you just fucking conjure something up for no fucking reason. I think, especially the people that sometimes get chosen to message, like it's definitely like in the back of your head when you're sober.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's like sometimes it's like deep in the back of my head,
exactly.
and it's like I wouldn't say it if I was sober, and maybe I wouldn't want to say it if I was sober. But when I have a few drinks or if I'm severely intoxicated at a festival,
and it comes back to it. At the end of the day, it is you. So like finding comfort in that and finding like comfortability in yourself. That it's you making these decisions. It doesn't like it'll probably make you feel a little bit worse, but it's like thinking like that. Will, I guess consistently and over time will make you feel better about it, because it's just like end of the day, take accountability for these decisions. Hopefully won't do it again. Maybe I'll take it a bit easier next time and not make the same mistakes.
You have to make mistakes to learn to become better.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, I'm a big person like this. I learn from mistakes. So many people can tell me whatever they want to tell me, but I learn from making the mistake myself. So you have to learn and make a mistake, but it's important that if you do make the mistake, you learn from it and you don't make the same mistake twice.
Ways to overcome it though. Ways to overcome like feeling a bit rusty from the night out, you know? Like what would you do? Say Saturday night, big night, what are you going to do Sunday morning?
Sunday morning, all right, so I'm waking up. If I'm feeling absolutely horrible, I'm going to the beach. I'm just going back to my normal life and going back to the basics. Yeah. And that's going to help me like re-find myself a little bit. And like, because I feel like you get anxious when there's a lot of chaos in your life, and when you've come back from a festival, you've probably missed a fair few things in your life, and you're coming back to people messaging you, things on social media, and it's just like an influx of so much information at once, and then you get like really overwhelmed. So it's like I try to like not be overwhelmed by like just going back to the basics, like go get a coffee in the morning, go for a walk, and then kind of process all the information.
Every person that does like an activity outdoors, after, you can't tell me that you don't feel better, you know? Like if you go for a walk or whatever outside during like summer or whatever, you feel so much better about yourself
100%.
because you're doing something. It's like jumping in an ice bath in the morning after like a pitch weekend.
Yeah, physical activity is huge. Like I think you got to like realize why you're feeling bad. If you've had terrible sleep, you haven't eaten, and you're not going outside and you're just lying in your bed all day, obviously you're going to feel pretty shit about yourself. Yeah. You know, so it's like getting outside, you know, eating right, doing all those things, going back to the basics and just trying to like normalize life again, then you'll feel so much better. And then you go back to what you're working on, and then all of a sudden things make sense again. But don't regret hanging out with your friends and going to a festival. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you can have so much fun. Like I love going to, you know, the festivals. I love going to the parties. Like I have so much fun with that, but I just make sure, you know, you don't get carried away. And the next day or the next, you know, few days, you can go back to your normal life and keep working on things that you want to keep working on. Yeah. And I think that helps me to like kind of, you know, get back on track.
Welcome back, Diezel's Diaries. I obviously went away, so a couple of wild things happened, but so I decided to put my jocks on in the morning, obviously, as everyone does. And I have these jocks that my girlfriend got me a while ago, and it's a photo of her face and like a love heart. And it's like, those custom jocks that you can get.
Yeah.
Anyways, I put my pants on and stuff. Anyways, we went for a kneeboard. And I'm in the water and I'm kneeboarding and I'm trying to get up. And I'm right next to Tyler, by the way.
Yeah.
So Tyler's next to me.
Yeah.
So we're getting up on the kneeboard. My pants fall off. And I have like the love jocks of Tyler. True story, this happened. I'm like on the kneeboard and I'm like, where the fuck have my pants gone?
How'd your undies not come off too?
No, because they're like fitted. You know these ones from Thailand?
Yeah,
those
they're
pants?
good.
They're loose as.
Yeah.
They come off.
Yeah.
When I'm getting dragged by the water, it pulled my pants off. And I'm wearing Tyler's literally underwear with love hearts. And everyone in the boat, like my brother, her brother and all that, and like, what the fuck? Like seeing that I'm wearing her face and stuff.
Always wearing weird stuff.
It was just weird.
Just a weird
things. I had to get back on the boat as well with no pants.
Gosh. Yeah, you get some weird stories, don't you?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You always have strange... I don't know how all these weird things always happen to you. Anyway. Thanks to Diesel's Diary. That's a fan favourite always. Yeah. All socials always do well. All right, we can go to the next one, Riz or Miss. I used to Snapchat this boy that lived down the end of my street. We just snapped and didn't really conversate until I saw him at a party. He approached me and said hi. He was a lot taller and more attractive in person. He talked about the footy and I have no idea about anything to do with the footy. He told me he was going to round one against Collingwood. I lied and said, same. He said he would catch up with me after the game. I'm not proud, but I waited outside the front of the stadium as I didn't want to buy tickets until the end of the game, just so we could talk for 5 minutes, then I had to leave.
Oh, I was going to say all fun and games until he starts asking about the game and what your favourite part of the game and shit.
No, so he's gone out to the front of the stadium, waited because he didn't want to get a ticket inside, just to talk for 5 minutes at the end of the game.
It's Riz.
That's Riz because obviously they spoke. But why would you go to that extent?
It's like dangerous. I think that's a bit like too much. I reckon
that's too much.
Yeah,
but maybe you really wanted to see them. How far would you go? Like, how long would you wait to see someone?
Far.
No, that's pretty far.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait outside a game. I'm not going.
You said you'd fly for someone.
Yeah, we'll do that. What's the furthest you're going to see someone?
I wouldn't go too far. I'd probably just drive like an hour.
An hour.
Probably an hour max for me as well.
An hour max.
You said that. I heard that. You want to say what you do?
I would fly.
You would fly.
I would fly.
You've told me that a lot.
Yeah.
You've never done it.
I've never done it, but I would fly for sure.
So you're telling me if like Sydney Sweeney or something was like, yeah, Luke, come here. Not her example. Like, for example, you know?
I would fly. I reckon it doesn't matter. I would go anywhere.
What?
Yeah.
Would she have to book the tickets? Because I feel like...
I reckon I would rather fly somewhere than drive an hour.
What? Why?
Because driving an hour just seems so much longer than flying somewhere.
That's stupid.
No, because when you're like actually going somewhere.
I drive an hour to go to your house.
Yeah, because you'd love to see me. I think I also used to drive like hours in the car. So I was like, I don't want to drive anymore.
Yeah.
You know, don't date someone that's far away because gosh, that's a pain.
It took us 40 minutes to get here.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I would fly.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Shut up. Back into it, big brother. You guys can really expand on these ones. And tell me your like personal thoughts with it. I have commitment issues. I see someone for a month and then we get close. I run away. Why do I do this? Do I need help?
No, you don't need help.
So obviously they may be scared. Yeah.
It's normal. Commitment issues, I don't think it's like, everyone makes it out to be such a bad thing. I think it's just a personal thing. Sometimes you go through stages, can't really commit. But yeah, no, you don't need help. That's normal.
I don't think there's anything wrong with...
No, you're probably going to be doing that for a while and then you'll find the one, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's just like if you're identifying that you're running away because you're getting too close, maybe that's where you need help. But if like after a month, I feel like that's long enough to determine whether you actually like them or not. So if you don't like them as much, there's nothing wrong with just like moving on. Like,
yeah, and you put yourself in a position to feel like if you like him. If you don't like him, then oh well, move on.
Yeah,
it's the next one. So the next one is, I'm going on a first date in the next few days. I really want to make a good first impression. How do I make a good first impression?
Be yourself.
I've actually got a really good strat for this.
Yeah, go.
When you go pick up a girl, get out of the car.
And open the door.
Go to the door and walk him to your car and open the door.
Yeah. You told me that one.
It's the greatest first impression ever because it shows that you care. It shows that you're nice. Shows that you're not shy.
Fuck that.
It is the great. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then they just get in the car. They get in. Tom's like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. What if you go to the door? What if the fucking parents open the door or something?
Then you say hi to the parents.
Fuck that.
And you say hi. I'm here to take your daughter.
Tell me
out.
someone that you don't want to introduce to the parents. Look at you, someone you want to.
Bull fucking shit.
Yeah. No, I reckon go to the door and always open the door for them.
No, definitely.
It's like a little
I
thing.
think you have to get past the awkward stage of like actually getting out of your car and walking around it. I feel like that could be awkward. But then like once you've like nailed that, like it's just a normal thing to do, you then open the door.
I'm telling you,
Fuck that.
no one ever does it because they're too scared or they're too shy. If you do it, they will like
When
it.
you think about it, girls love like romantic movies, yeah? The amount of times they're like, oh, I wish that happened in my life, you know?
No.
I'm just saying it works.
It works.
It
I'm
works.
with you.
I feel like I told you to do that one time.
You did, it worked.
Yeah, it worked wonders.
But yeah, it's like a prime example of being a gentleman.
Yeah.
Something that Tommy's not.
Being kind to them.
I just don't see the need. I think
I would love to sit in the back seat of Tommy on a date.
I think it's so sweet when you like care for someone and they feel like look after them, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Did you do that yesterday?
Sure did.
Did you?
Sure did. It worked.
Luke would a soft launch. His new
No.
It's been a week.
It's
Yeah, I know.
early.
It's what
It's early.
I promised Luke's girlfriend that I'd shout her on the podcast.
I heard that. I heard that.
Yes, I did. She said,
"Can
can you talk to me on the podcast?" I said, yes.
You did.
Shout out.
No, you're bleeping that. You're bleeping that. Do not put her name in that. How was your Lake Korowa?
Lake
Korowa.
Korowa.
I don't know what it is.
It's the Murray River.
You know that my fatal
Do you know
flaw
what the
is-
Murray River is?
My fatal flaw is my geography.
Do you know what the Murray River is?
No.
It separates New South
obviously I know
Wales
Murray
and
River.
Victoria.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah.
It was
I've
great.
been before.
Yeah,
a bunch of times.
I went to a winery. Everything was good. It was pretty boring. Like nothing
Yeah.
really to talk about on this, but it was good.
You want to tell me about it? How was it?
It was good. Paddleboarded.
I've been on the river before as well.
Have you?
I went to Tocumwal or something.
Tocumwal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to camp there
fucking
as well.
boring.
What?
I can't do it.
Who'd you go with?
Just
You
a
need
couple
to come
mates.
camping. Actually, no, I don't want you camping with me.
I'm not built out.
You'll have a heart
Our only
attack.
time I do camping is BTV because it's shit to do. Like camping's so boring.
What are you talking about? There's like wakeboarding, skiing, barefoot.
Yeah, but it's like, and then what? Like,
And then you like go to wineries and then
Fuck
you
that.
go to the pub and stuff.
I need like a lot going on to like.
yeah,
You know. I need,
What, you
like, more
can't dedicate like
stimulation.
2 days to just chill?
nah,
No
fuck
way.
that.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you're
why if I went away this weekend, like, you know how much would have missed? Like,
Yeah. This is nuts.
like
This is the biggest weekend
the two,
ever.
if I missed the last 2 days,
Hey, no, like this weekend was big because I
Yeah,
came
yeah.
back to like not knowing. But then again, like the previous weekends we had, it's just like, you know.
yeah, even still though, I'd be worried I missing too much, like work wise and shit.
Yeah, that's fair. Bring your laptop.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm not built for the camping lifestyle. I feel like I need a lot more stimulation. Like I wake up and sit on a camp chair. I just
Yeah, I wouldn't
hate
want.
that.
I kind of wouldn't want you to come anyways because you would do that exact thing.
What?
Sit down on a camp chair and look at me and be like, "Why the fuck did you bring me here?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
you know,
I'd leave early.
Oh yeah, we'd leave early for sure. How far away is it?
4 hours.
hours,
That's
yeah.
pretty. I loved it. Well, my nieces and nephews are there. Like it's very
Yeah.
wholesome. And
How was your 22nd birthday, Tommy? You're now fully off your P's.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy? How you're feeling old?
Drink driving, baby. No, no, it's good. No, a really good week. Like that was fucking probably the best weekend I've had in a long
What'd
time.
you do? What'd you get up to?
So Thursday night, the night
Give us a
before
full weekend rundown.
night before my
Give us a-
birthday, my mates and I went to the Crown.
Yeah.
did you get up? Did you win money?
Nah. And then
I have never
we
seen
went
you
to- I'm not even joking. And then Friday did nothing. It was good. Fucking, it was my birthday, so I just did nothing all day, which is a nice change. Friday night, went and watched a footy at the pub with my mates. Got so fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Saturday, same shit. Got drunk with my friends.
You went to Turbo? How was that?
Turbo's fucking good.
I've never been to
It's
Turbo
actually
before.
really
What is
good.
it? Techno.
Yeah, I don't really remember, to be honest, but I just remember having such a good time.
No, because I've never, obviously I haven't really, like, I've gone to a lot of clubs, but all the clubs I go to is like Chapel or like Richmond or something. I don't really go to like those Turbo
couldn't
or
go
like,
to, like,
XE.
XE or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I could, but I want to go to Turbo, but a lot of people from like my hometown always go there. So I like always just like,
Actually, it was really
stay
really
away.
fun. I thought it was going to be bad full of 18-year-olds. It actually wasn't.
What was like the
older
vibe?
crowd? Huh?
What's like the vibe? Is it just like, paint the picture in my head, is it like just like a dungeon?
No, it's like an outdoor area.
Oh, really?
So it's outdoors, and then you go upstairs. It's like a little dungeon type thing. But
Dungeon.
there's like a main, and that's where I think the hard techno is. It's like there's
Yeah.
no lights in there. It's all dark.
Yeah.
And the outside area is just all outside.
I'll say, is that your birthday present too, Tommy?
What?
I got a birthday present coming, but it's still in the mail.
D&M chain.
Yeah.
No, I ordered this like 2 months ago.
Oh, did you? I think haven't seen you wear it.
No.
Got the bling.
No, it just came yesterday. But
Oh, right.
I ordered it 2 months ago.
It's like blinding my eyes. So.
It's fucking sexy.
It's heavy.
So nice. It actually is a lot heavier than you think.
Yeah.
So yeah, D&M.
Do you know?
Now I've got D&M earrings and this.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about some future plans that we have for D&M. We put it out there.
I
Or?
don't know. Nothing's confirmed, but like we're looking at. I don't know. We won't say too much, but yeah, we're looking at like complete rebrand, season 5.
Maybe a chain of
logo and shit will stay the same, but like more like a complete visual rebrand.
Yeah. We're super excited for like what's to come in the future. Actually, before we finish, Tom has some news for you guys.
No, I don't, John.
Yeah, you do.
What?
What did you recently do that made?
Oh yeah, I got peppered and fucking decided to drop a video of a song that I made.
Tom got severely drunk and I was like, drop a song, and he dropped a song.
Yeah, no, that was like an example of like, fuck, like that's didn't work out. The people I have reaching out now because of that, like,
Yeah, exactly.
and genuinely enjoying it, like, is fucking crazy. Like,
Are you gonna release it?
yeah, I'm fucking gonna get pigeonholed into doing it.
Yeah.
Especially if I get like distribution, which is like what it's looking like.
Yeah.
So
Kid the Tom.
yeah, stay tuned.
Kid the
Apparently I'm a
Tom.
rapper now, so
Yep, rapper Tom. New.
yeah. All right,
I've also got a thing. Kif, I'm coming for you.
Season 4 is done and dusted. Thank you guys for watching. The next time you see us, it'll look completely different. So get excited. Thank you for watching. Thank you for support. Yeah.
Peace out.
Thank you. I think this drops on.